Welcome back to CKSS Bible Study Group. Today we have a great lesson. It's about faith versus sight. I'm Sharice.
Sharon.
Carl.
Hamley.
I'm Carl Seaton.
His topic is a lesson that devotion I heard from Pastor Jim Cymbala, and I was, really interested in. It's called Faith versus Sight. And what I'm going to talk about is based out of Genesis chapter 13, verse 1 through 13. So, we're going to go ahead and read that. I guess you can read the first three verses, and I'll read the next 3 verses, and we can just go on.
Okay. Abram, I'm reading from the New Living Translation. Abram and Lot separate. So Abram left Egypt and traveled north into the Negev, along with his wife and Lot and all that they owned. Abram was very rich in livestock, silver, and gold. From the Negev, they continued traveling by stages toward Bethel, and they pitched their tents between Bethel and Ai, where they had camped before.
Okay, verse 4 through 7. And I read from New King James Version. To the place of the altar which he had made there at first, and there Abram called on the name of the Lord. Lot also who went with Abram had flocks and herds and tents. Now the land was not able to support them, that they might dwell together, for their possessions were so great that they could not dwell together. And there was strife between the herdsmen of Abram's livestock and the herdsmen of Lot's livestock. The Canaanites and the Perizzites then dwelt in the land. Verse 8.
So Abraham said to Lot, let's not have any more quarrel between your herdsman and mine, especially since we are related. The witness we are given to our neighbors about God is not good. This whole country is open to us. Let's live in different areas, and that will end all this fighting. You choose first. If you go to the right, I will go to the left, and if you go to the left, I will go to the right. Verse 10.
Lot took a long look at the fertile plains of Jordan Valley in the direction of Zara. The whole area was well watered everywhere, like the garden of the Lord, or the beautiful land of Egypt. This was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Lot chose for himself the whole Jordan Valley to the east of them. He went there with his flocks and servants and parted company with his uncle Abraham. 12.
Okay, verse 12. This is from the Clear Word. But Abram kept moving further and further away from them. The people of Sodom and Gomorrah were very wicked and did not respect or worship the Lord.
13 too.
I did.
Oh, okay. So this is a picture of living by sight and not by faith. Lot is a prime example of living by sight, not to follow God and the invisible plan he has for his life. Because I think it was verse 11, they said that, verse 10 and 11, they said, and Lot lifted his eyes and saw all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere. Before this happened, this was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt as you go towards Zoar. And Lot chose for himself all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east. That's what he's seen. He's looked over there at Sodom and Gomorrah, and he said, whoa, this place is well watered and nice, because Abraham gave him the option, said, hey, you can choose what you want to choose, you know what I mean? And that's what he's seen, you know what I mean? He said, oh man, this look great, you know what I mean? I probably can, make a lot of money over this. So he went by sight. So he's a prime example of going by sight and not to follow God and the invisible plan he has for his life. Mm-hmm. Abraham is the example of living by faith. Abraham took the step of faith to follow God. He went because God was directing him. Because when Abraham left to go to to leave, when he walked and he just took Lot with him, it was a step of faith. He went because God was directing him. He couldn't prove God was directing him. He couldn't prove there was a God, but he knew in his heart God had spoken to him. And he was going to obey this God that had revealed himself to him. So many times when you're following God, you don't know where you're going, but as long as God is going with you, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. So one question is, do you think most people go off of faith or sight, and why?
I definitely think most people go off of sight because it's what you can see, hear, smell, taste. Is just using our five senses. We are more likely to believe in things that we could see, and when it's unseen, then there's no evidence, and most people go off of evidence. So that's what I believe.
I believe most people always go off of sight because I think a lot of people have a fear for going off of faith because sometimes people probably look at them like they're stupid, like what are you doing, crazy, like what are you doing, like why are you going this way for? Look, you know what I mean? It doesn't make no sense. Go where everything is lined up for you already. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So sometimes not sometimes. Majority of the time, 99% of the time, I believe going off of faith, is what people gonna think is crazy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people that talk about in books and stuff that they quit a job before they even got the next job. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just by having faith in God that God's gonna provide something else. And to majority of people gonna be like, "Are you crazy? Why would you leave a job and you don't got another job lined up?" Exactly. You know what I mean? But those are just small tools of faith. You know what I mean? So I think majority of people go off the sight. They have to feel comfortable to make a decision. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's what I believe.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like people, choose sight because they feel like, if they make a decision and quit something or don't go after a goal that they may have, if it don't work out, mm-hmm. what am I gonna do?
What's the backup plan?
Yeah. What is the backup plan? And a lot of times when it comes onto faith and they just believe that God is gonna do it for them and everything is gonna work out. God provided for you before. Why wouldn't He do it for you mm-hmm. again? They choose not to choose that path. And a lot of times too is emotions, like what I feel like doing. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't feel like doing that. Stuff mm-hmm. like that.
Yeah. I believe that it just depends on your level where you're at with God. Mm-hmm. Why would you choose sight over faith? And then also a lot of people experience a lot of things God do by faith, but sometimes they tend to forget. Mm-hmm. So I think it just depends on your faith with God. Your level with God, then you know which one to choose, faith or mm-hmm. what you see. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's part in the Bible where Jesus even talk about the faith, like things that when he was talking to his disciples, and he said to the disciples, "You don't believe it's me? Well, you rather see me do this or that before you really believe it's me." Mm-hmm. Even when he was walking on the water, they couldn't believe. They thought it was a ghost. So he was like, "You have to make sure it's me before you really believe."
Was it James when he appeared, and James was the only one who didn't believe that?
No, it was Thomas.
Thomas, right? It was Thomas.
He said he had to put his
hands on. Yeah.
And so, I think going by faith a lot of times, all the time. Mm-hmm. Faith is things not seen. So God Himself creates us. Because today, everything we do, we live by faith, but to ourselves, we want to see, but it's really faith we live by now. Mm-hmm. Because we're not guaranteed we're going to see tomorrow.
No.
You see what I'm saying? We don't even see tomorrow yet.
Yeah. You don't even know what the
We
next
don't even
hour.
know. You see, so it's faith really, but people just decide to follow their heart.
Mm-hmm.
That people, I mean, a lot of people have faith in what they want to have faith in. Yeah, because really and truly, when as Tony was saying, that you don't know if you're going to wake up tomorrow, but they know that they just have faith that when they put their head down, they're going to get up tomorrow. And they believe that. And if even when they come in their house and they lock their door, they have faith that nobody going to try to come inside.
And a lot of people have faith that when they go somewhere, they're going to come back. But we're not talking about that type of faith, though.
Okay.
We're not talking about that type. We talking about faith like what Abraham had, where God told him, you go there, leave what you have here, and just go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just go. That type of faith.
Yeah, we understand
That's the type of faith we talk about. We talk about the type of faith where Comedy was there too, where the heart telling her, hey, you got this good paying job you have, you gotta leave. I got something better for you.
Mm-hmm.
You just leave that and take something less right now, but I got something better. That type of faith I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm not talking about little faith where you know you're gonna wake up sitting up there. Everybody feel they're gonna wake up
But
sitting
you
up there.
may think it's a little
No,
bit.
but I'm saying, I'm not talking about that type of faith.
What
You
you're saying.
know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about that.
You mean take it for granted type of faith?
Yeah, like I'm talking about like faith where people look at you like, are you? Because people might be looking at Comedy. Comedy got a great job where she at, but people probably saying, are you crazy for leaving that job? That's the type of faith I'm talking about. People look at you like, are you crazy? What's wrong with you? You had everything made. Why did you leave? That's the type of faith I'm talking about. When people got to look at you, people in the world got to look at you and say, are you crazy? Do you really think things gonna work out for you like that? That's the type of faith I'm talking about. People, when Abram thought, when he just left everything to start walking, because he felt that God was talking to him, people were like, are you crazy? When Noah was making an ark, when it never rained before, people saying, and he telling people, get ready, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. People laughing at him saying, are you crazy? It never rained before. That's the type of faith I'm talking about.
Well, I guess I have a little bit of that, because when I was coming here to Atlanta, I just packed up and said I'm coming here, and just only know one person, and that was it.
And then everybody laughed at you like you
everybody
crazy.
think I was crazy.
Yeah. That's the type of faith.
Yeah, you don't have no family down here or anything.
Do what's comfortable. You see what I'm saying? So, and just because Abraham followed God and was obedient, God blessed him with so much livestock he could not even handle on his own. He had to share his livestock with Lot. They had so much livestock that they couldn't. That's why they had to split apart, and Lot had to decide to go over there because it was so much. God blessed him so much. So that's very powerful for me, because when you obedient, you follow God, God tends to just keep blessing you just because you took that step of faith. You know what I mean? And Lot didn't get the vision from God. Abram got the vision from God, but all Lot did was just follow him, and he was blessed too. He was blessed too. So picture that. Just because he was around Abram, he got blessing too. So picture if just a lot of all these people in the world today, just because of their mom walked by faith, their dad walked by faith, their aunts, their uncle walked by faith, their grandparents walked by faith, they are living from their blessings that one person in their family just took a step of faith, so they're living off of the blessings right now.
Yeah.
That's an amazing thing.
It is.
You know what I mean? And Lot is blessed too because he's with Abraham. And why do you think it's so hard to go off of faith and not by sight?
Because of the fear, that's the number one thing. To me, people are afraid of the unknown, and to have faith is to go towards the unknown. To have faith in the unknown, what is not seen, is not proven. What is not proven, you have to have. That's the reason why a lot of people, or whether they want to admit it or not, they have some sort of fear in them. There are the rare few that have no kind of fear. They go after everything that they want, but there is always something that they're holding back from, so that's what I think.
Well, I think it's because of fear too. It's like because of fear, because people like when it's so hard to, like my sister Sharice was talking about the other day, it's so hard for us to truly understand God in our small little brain. You know what I mean? We can't really understand God. We really go off of things that we see. You know what I mean? And then just to go after something that we cannot see, it's fear coming. It's really just the enemy putting fear in our heart. But you know, my mentality, I try to go for each and every day. I don't try to make my fears scare me anymore. I try to make my fears motivate me.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, when my fears try to hold me back, I try to say no. Well, no, I'm not going home. It's not going to hold me back. I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna make my fear motivate me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I feel that's the best way to go at it. You know what I mean? So it's really because of fear.
Mm-hmm.
Fear. That's why people don't go off of faith. They go off of sight. And they worried about what people gonna think about them, what people gonna say about them, and you know, people gonna talk about them, or people gonna think they crazy.
Yeah.
And that's one of the main reasons too.
Yeah.
You know.
What?
I mean, fear can cripple you.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Stop you from doing a lot of things and reaching your destiny that you came here to do.
Mhm. Mhm.
So,
But yeah, so as you can see that things didn't work out for Lot, you know, because he decided to go towards the direction where he can see where everything was good. Eventually, Sodom and Gomorrah, the place that he chose, was destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because there was so much wicked things going on there. It looked great. You know what I mean? When he seen it, well water, nice grass, everything. But Sodom and Gomorrah, the one part he chose, was so wicked, God had to destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
And just because he wanted to go off of sight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He went off of sight. He didn't want to take God
What
with him.
looks good.
What looks good.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
a lot of times, what looks good in this world is not good, or not all of it is good. Not all that glitters is gold. You know, the best looking thing might turn out to be the worst, and that's what the enemy does to entice people. He's not gonna make things look horrible and painful. He's gonna make it look glamorous. He makes drugs. He makes promiscuity look good. He makes just being your freedom in yourself and not following God's commandments. He makes that all look fun and good, and then he makes God's way look like it's boring, like you're not going to be able to do anything. But in the end, the consequences for going towards what only looks good, what only brings you pleasure, the Bible says if you chase after pleasure, it will only bring death. If you go after the righteous ways, this I'm paraphrasing, but there is a verse in there that says that if you go after righteousness, you will reap life. If you go after your flesh, you will reap death.
That's so true. And let me finish off with this. Eventually, you know, sin, it will thrill you, but eventually it will kill you. Just remember that.
That's what I just
said. So I heard a pastor say that, and I said, whoa, that's real good. It will thrill you for the moment. It looks fun, but eventually it will kill you.
Yeah, fun for the moment. Yep.
So that's pretty much my lesson for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know,
please subscribe, comment, like. Thank you guys for watching. Hello to our new subscriber.
Hello.
And thanks for subscribing.
Ask your friends to come subscribe, and your family, everybody.
Okay, and I hope you guys enjoy. Bye.
Bye.